Welcome to my 2024 Yu-Gi-Oh! Edison deck profile. Today I'll be covering Frog Monarchs. So first you'll be starting out with your 3 staples, 3 substitutes, 3 swap frogs, 2 treeborn, and 2 dupes. So mostly what substitute could do is kind of like you can mostly summon onto the field, and you can make the dupe frog wall by sending a frog or a toad from deck to graveyard, deck to graveyard, deck to graveyard until you have like 2 dupes where it just cancel all the attacks out and you have like a dupe frog wall. Swap frog is also here for treeborn because you can like send them to the deck to the graveyard, and you can special summon treeborn to your field during standby phase if you have no face down sets in the back row. So that's gonna be covering the frogs. Now we're gonna be going on to the monarchs. I play like 3 Raza and 2 Kai's the Shadow Monarch. They're mostly here to like help me clear the board, make sure there's no back row that can potentially destroy my frog. And Caius is here just to be big and attack my opponents, so is Raza. But I would say Caius is more useful than Raza. Now we're gonna go on to the cards that you have in your deck. That's pretty good. You got 2 Vanity Fiends, also a staple. But the drawbacks is that you cannot special summon. Both of you guys cannot special summon. I also play 3 Junk Synchrons to synchro summon. Mostly kind of like Castaster, Armory Arm, Magical Android. All of those low level synchro monsters that help me get a synchro first faster. And we have 3 Battle Faders, mostly just to negate your opponent's battle phase. You can special summon him onto the field. So it just negates your whole opponent's battle phase. And then you play 1 Gores and 1 Dark Dust Spirit. Gores effect is that when you take damage calculation, you can special summon to the field, and you can special summon a token with the attack that one monster did to you. So Gores is a pretty good staple. Dark Dust Spirit is just there to clear the board. It's just a more easier Black Roach Dragon. But this guy stays instead. And he also comes back to your hand, so that's kind of overpowered. We'll now be moving on to spells. So you play 3 Soul Exchange and 3 Pot of Avarice. The Soul Exchange is for all the monarchs and Dark Dust Spirits you have. Avarice is just mostly kind of like to get all your frogs back from your graveyard to the deck, shuffle and draw 2 cards, so you can keep on doing an infinite loop. So a really good card. Now you have, Now you have 2 enemy controllers. 1 Mystical Space Typhoon, 1 for all, 1 for 1, not 1 for all. Heavy Storm and Rain Control. Enemy controller is just a way to stall your opponent's attack, and also to get a monster from your opponent to make a monarch. Brain control is the same way. I just like playing it. Heavy Storm, clear the backboard. 1 for 1, easy to get your frogs. Let's go Space Typhoon, clears the backboard. That's all it does. And now we have our 2 traps only. Treacherous Trap Hole and Trap Dust Chute. This can only work if you have no other trap cards in your graveyard. So either it's going to be a risk you play Trap Dust Chute or Treacherous Trap Hole. It's mostly your choice, so pick your poison. Now I'm going to be moving on to our extra deck. We're going to start with the staple. Chimera Fortress Dragon. Mostly to go against like Machinas, or you just have like Cyber Dragon opponent. Armory Arm, a staple. Mostly you can just summon it and you can equip it to a monster or unequipped it, but if you equip it, the target gains 1,000, and if it's destroyed by battle, it just goes to the graveyard and it inflicts battle damage to your opponent equal to the destroy monster's original attack. Allied Justice Castaster, mostly here for, you know, when you synchro summon with your frogs. Magical Android, same thing. You're not really playing a lot, but Goyle Guardian, just mostly to grab monsters and sacrifice them. Boronic, clears the field when you need it. Ancient Fairy Dragon. I don't really play Ancient Fairy Dragon that much, but it's a pretty good card. It's really good, actually. Just helps you get a special summon and, you know, like get some field spells. But I don't really play field spell in this game, in this deck. But I do play in my Gravekeeper's Tengu, which I'll cover it soon. Now we have Black Rose Dragon, same thing what Dark Dust Spirit does, but except it destroys itself, so that's kind of a downgrade. And harder to summon. Dot Ruler Archfiend. He's just really big. If you attack a monster, you gain the monster's attack to your life points, so that's pretty good. Colossal Fighters here for Armory Arm for its really good loop. Mistworm, just a really big guy. It won't be really playing those big synchro monsters that much in this deck. Now, time to move on to the extra deck. Well, side deck, not extra deck. You'll play Dust Tornado, Froggy Force Field, and Starlight Road. I mostly just play Froggy Force Field because it's a really memeable card and just really funny. I don't really intend to use it that much, but I just have it because it's kind of funny. Starlight Road, you put it in your side or main deck, but I wouldn't really put it in your main deck because you have Treacherous Trap Hole, which can only activate if you don't have any trap cards in your graveyard. So it's Dust Tornado, like MST, just helps you clear the board, but you have to wait until your opponent's turn or your next turn. Mind Control. Oh, shoot. Start a new tripod, so I'm just trying to figure it out. Mind Control. Book of Moon. Another Book of Moon. Book of Moon just mostly stalls it out, and this just helps you synchro summon. So I would say that's pretty good, you know? Then you play 2 DD Crows as a negate, just in case they're gonna summon a Dark Armor Dragon or anything that has to do with graveyard things. Mobius the Frost Monarch and 2 Cyber Dragons. Mobius is just there to be another Monarch, and Cyber Dragon is just there to fend against a Machina deck. So that should be all I'll be covering. So I hope you liked this video, and I hope you have a great day.